Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Arman Wiggins is on TMZ, y'all. Arman Wiggins is on TMZ. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So wasn't he was on that documentary too about the Meg Thee Stallion trial, right? So Arman had posted on his platform that he was, the other day, that he was doing a bit for TMZ. And so he had posted the clip today. Now, I wish he had the full clip, because I felt like they were giving Arman his flowers at the end. They were hyping him up at the end, and I wanted to hear what everyone said. But it was a panel. It had, like, Nancy Grace. It had Ebony K. Williams on there. And the names escape me of the other two people. But nonetheless, Harvey is front and center, you guys. Brings in Arman, says Arman is boots on the ground for the Diddy case, for the Diddy coverage, is a YouTube star, is given the blow-by-blow on what is taking place in the courtroom. What is your thoughts, Arman? What is the tea, Arman? What do you think? So Arman sits there and basically is like, thank you so much for having me, da-da-da-da-da, whoa. And then he said, up until this week, he really, he said he doesn't, like or dislike Diddy and wasn't on either side of the coin as it pertains to this particular case. He felt that the defense could have taken this case and could have, if they were on their jobs, for the first few weeks, right? But he felt this week, it wasn't until Capricorn Clark's testimony that really set it off, right? Because people could argue back and forth with the Cassie situation about, going back and forth, or how the defense could maybe poke holes in some of these testimonies for some of these assistants and some of these people that formerly worked for Diddy. But Arman said with Capricorn Clark's case, it basically, or testimony, it was essentially survival. It was survival. And you have a situation where somebody is essentially, you're hearing the buildup of all these testimonies of all these people having the underlying same thing, which is there were things that Diddy is having these people do or having these people see that is inappropriate, that is morally wrong, that is illegal, that is too far. And a lot of these people have stayed either because they needed the check, or they had no other place to go, or they were being threatened, and all of these things. And so he felt that Capricorn Clark's testimony kind of tied that in together, because if you were following the Cassie testimony, people would try to poke holes in that. Oh, she stayed. Oh, she kept going back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And if you wanted to, assess some of the other people who have testified, there have been a few. I think there was one that was low-key kind of fangirling Diddy, even though they were supposed to be the witness for the government. They were supposed to be the witness for the prosecution, but low-key, they were kind of like fangirling Diddy at the end of the day, because Arman basically said, you have to think of the time that all this was going on. At the height of it was when Diddy was running the industry, when Diddy was in charge of the entertainment industry and was able literally to get away with MURDER. And these people didn't want to say no. Explain how, how you can go from this to Target and everything else, but you're seeing so much stuff. You're seeing so much stuff, and you're not going to get this money anywhere else. Like, you're not going to get this type of salary, but at the same token, what comes with it is you see a lot of things that you're never going to see in your lifetime working for anybody else. And it's things that you're never going to be able to forget. It's things that are disturbing. It's things that are inappropriate. It's things that you should not be seeing. There are things you should not be agreeing to doing. But basically, Arman was trying to tie everything together in terms of all these people ultimately are corroborating the same story, which is this is essentially a criminal enterprise that Diddy is essentially running. Everybody down from the ex-girlfriends to the assistants to the bodyguards, everybody's got the same story. You know, getting the Astroglide, getting the baby oil, getting take that. This is sauce I'm adding on to it, you guys. I'm adding some sauce on. But nonetheless, all of these things, you know, you're hearing the same stories of all these people, regardless of their position with Diddy, that are contributing to these freak-offs in some capacity or are witnessing the ABUSE of multiple people, whether it is a girlfriend or an employee, and either people are sticking around after the fact or people are turning the other way. They know what's going on, but they are staying for that check. They are staying because they don't want nothing to happen to them in the event that they leave, right? In the event that they leave and everything else, and they have all this information, they have all this intel, that they don't want to allegedly come up missing or have all these things allegedly, you know, try to happen to them or try to happen to their family if Diddy knows who their families are and everything else. So Arman really laid out, you know, a really nice synopsis of how because he's coming from a perspective of he's team nobody, but he felt up until this week that basically Diddy's going down. It is what it is. But there's been people from the beginning who said Diddy was going down. So at the very end, though, somebody was like, you know, you should do the, you know, the closing argument for the prosecution. And then somebody else jumped in and was like, no. You should do the closing arguments for the defense. The defense is who needs help. The defense is the one who is struggling, who is doing the most, who is trying to add in last minute exhibits, who is objecting random things without a proper line of questioning and all of this and all of that. You need to be helping out the defense. The defense is on life support. The defense is who, you know, Arman needs to do the closing arguments for and all of this and all of that. So it was a pleasure because I was happy to see this for Arman because a lot of people tried to make, when everything fell apart with Fox Soul, they wanted to blame Arman. They wanted to play the blame game. But my thing is, he just got there like 2 seconds ago. He was barely there through the whole probationary period. So how could it be his fault? Yes, the alleged issue with Star Jones and the roast and everything else. Yeah, that might have been, you know, how was he supposed to know whether or not, you know, if, you know, Al Reynolds had any type of legalities in place on what could say what and what could say who and all of this and all of that. But nonetheless, I am happy that he got this opportunity. So nonetheless, that is that for half of this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.